Shalom Israel, this is Bishop Nathaniel. The Israelites have been scattered across the four corners of the earth, as prophesied in Deuteronomy, the 28th chapter. Here in Israel United in Christ, we need your help to recover the remnant of our people, teach them the gospel. Please help us, support us, and join or donate to the Booster Club today. Shalom.
Check it out, young brother. You doing all right? You know what we out here doing?
I'm doing fine.
Do you know what we doing?
That was food cooking.
Hey, don't forget about the number on the back of that flyer. All right, we're gonna be here. Listen to, hey, be safe. Watch yourself. Hey, don't forget, brother. You ain't no black man. You an Israelite. You gotta get back to the commandments. You know what we out here doing, brother? Don't. Let me ask you something. You know your nationality according to the Bible? Not really. That's good. We're gonna show you. Let me ask you this. I tell you what. Who history is this? Okay. What about this? And this? What about that down there? The slave ships and the black feet that you see piled together on ships. Those woolly haired brothers down below, stacked high.
T-Talk.
Who history is that? Who did that happen to in history? Right, me and you, right? Our forefathers. What about this right here? All that. Is that in the Bible? It's not? All praises, let's show them. So understand this. The Most High God has a chosen people called the Israelites.
Right.
The chosen people never listen to God. So therefore, we had to undergo curses. And I'm going to show you that. We had to undergo curses, bad things, because we never wanted to listen to him. Watch what the curses say. Deuteronomy 28. You can go to 101 verse 1 to read it.
The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 1, verse 1. These be the words which Moses spake unto all Israel.
It's talking to Israel, 28:15. It's talking to Israel. I know that you said you didn't know your nationality, but if you had to check a box, you'd probably say black, or African American, stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? We're going to show you what the Bible says about so-called blacks, African Americans, who's really called the Israelites. All right, watch this read.
The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28, verse 15. But it shall come to pass, if thou,
you Israelites, my chosen people, will not
hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy God, to observe to do all his commandments and his statutes, which I command thee this day, that all these curses shall come upon thee and overtake thee.
This verse says that if we didn't do everything that God said to do, then he would put bad things on us,
right,
as a punishment, because he chose us from the beginning. He chose us. So if you're not going to listen, then I'm going to put bad things on you. But watch what the bad things it say. It's going to match up with the images that you see. Jump to, go ahead and jump to 32. Actually, you know what? Yeah, jump to 32. We're going to get to the points. Read.
Verse 32. Thy sons and thy daughters shall be given unto another people.
Our sons and daughters was given to other people in slavery. Do you remember? How old are you? 24. You was taught that in school, right? They were selling all of us on auction blocks. Look, read the image down here. It say cash will be children, not just men, women, and children. You see that? Our sons and daughters was given to separate plantations in ourselves sometime. You watch the movie Roots? Have you seen 12 Years a Slave? What about Django? Those movies are showing you images of our history, what we had to do, the things that they did to us. Think about on Django when they pulled his wife out of that hot box, just because she tried to run away from that nonsense that they was putting on her. Bro, you think none of us up here would have tried to run? And if you tried to run, they put you in a box all day in the heat, for days in the heat. What they do to D'Artagnan when he ran? They fed him to dogs, bruh. They fed him to dogs.
Thy sons and thy daughters shall be given unto another people, and thine eyes shall look, and fell with longing for them all the day long. And there shall be no might in thine hand.
When D'Artagnan and them got fed to the dogs and all the bad things you saw in the images, what was it that we did to fight back from that? Nothing. There was no might in our hand. There was nothing we could do. So when our sons and daughters was given to another people, there was nothing we could do about that either. You see what I'm saying? That's talking about us. It gets way more specific though. Go ahead and go to verse 46.
Verse 46. And they shall be upon thee for a sign and for a wonder.
The bad things that would happen to you if you didn't listen to God will be upon you for a sign. A sign is for you to see, and a wonder is for you to think and wonder why. I know you had to wonder why, at least lately with all the protests and stuff going on. Why is this stuff happening to our people and not nobody else? Only the blacks, Hispanics got to deal with it. And the only reason why we don't hear as much about the Native Americans is, for one, we don't know who all is, you know what I'm saying, how much they're mixed in. And number two, most of them dead because the so-called white man came over and stole everything from them and put them to death. The very land that we walking on that was built up on our backs, he killed most all of them. That genocide. You see what I'm saying? We celebrated Columbus Day. He was a homicidal maniac. But they put a day out for dude. They steadily mocking us in our faces. Look at the protesting with George Floyd. This man got a police officer knee on his neck for over 9 minutes. He's put to death. Now you got a George Floyd challenge. A bunch of pale faces, a bunch of little white devils running around with their knees on each other's necks. But guess what? Just like all them other challenges, one of them probably gonna accidentally snap his little homeboy neck playing around. Read.
And upon thy seed forever.
The reason why you, 24 years of age, still got to deal with this and got to wonder why these things are happening is because it's on our seed forever. Hey, brother, where you going? And make sure you come back when you get from out of there. You an Israelite, and we out here to show our people this. Okay, come on back through when you done. Read.
Because thou servest not the Lord thy God with joyfulness and with gladness of heart.
Just like it said before, if you don't listen to him, we're going to have curses. These bad things are on us for a sign and a wonder because we never served him joyfully and with gladness. Read.
For the abundance of all things.
For everything. We always wanted to follow the other nations, bro. We always wanted to do that. Even way back. We wanted to do what they doing instead of what he gave us. We worried about what was happening in Egypt, what we was eating when we was in slavery under Pharaoh. You know what I'm saying? When we was in the wilderness getting promised for way better than that. For a whole kingdom, for a whole land, all that. Read.
Therefore shalt thou serve thine enemy.
You know we are stiff-necked and rebellious people, bro. You know that. That's back on that other point, but I had to say it. You know we rebellious, bro. We don't listen to nobody. Therefore, we got to serve our enemies for that thing. We got to serve the other nations. Read.
Which the Lord shall sin against thee.
Don't get it twisted. Remember, this is a punishment for our behavior. They say the Lord shall send them against thee. God's doing this.
That's right.
Read.
In hunger.
In hunger, we have to serve them, bro. If you want something to eat, you got to go to them. I know you might go to a restaurant that might be owned by black people, but they are supplying that restaurant with the white man's furnishings, with the white man's food, the white man's resources, the other nation's resources, not just the white man. It's all the other nations. They all hate you. Read.
And in thirst.
In thirst, same way, except subtract hunger and put thirst in its place. And if you don't pay your water bill, guess what? They're going to cut your water off. Do we control that? No, we don't. Read.
And in nakedness.
Clothes on your back, brother. Where'd you get them? From the store that they own, that they probably got fabric and whatnot from China. Meanwhile, we in the fields, for our entire ancestry, we in the fields picking all the cotton. We have no textile companies. Think about it. And if we do, I guarantee you can't name one. We don't know anything about it. Read.
And in want of all things.
Everything. In case anything wasn't covered in those three things, the three main things. You know what I'm saying? Don't forget shelter. Don't forget education. Everything they teach you, you got to go to them for it. That's why they're able to put lies in your brain. They teach our so-called black pastors what to teach you in church. That's why the black pastor puts in that image. You in a church where everybody around you look like you except the image that everybody's so-called worshiping.
Bring it out.
That don't make no sense. But then you go into the book that they're supposed to be reading, and that ain't what's in it. They say he looked like he got dark skin with woolly hair. Now you darkening him and your hair look way more woolly. That's what Christ looked like. He looked more like the people that were sitting around you in that church. That's why we think we don't believe in this Bible. But we weren't indoctrinated with the actual Bible. We was indoctrinated with the lies that they claim to back up with the scriptures. But when you test them and challenge them on it, it's not there. You see what I'm saying? That's why we're so confused, man. Read.
And in one of all things.
One of all things, like we was just saying. And watch what this enemy gonna do to you. Read.
And he.
We're still talking about the enemy. Don't forget the images. I know it's another one, but that's plenty for you to see right there. There go one right there. Watch what he gonna do to you.
And he shall put a yoke of iron upon thy neck.
That right there is a yoke of iron. And where is it at?
Bring it out.
On his neck, with a cage over his head, like he an animal. On his neck. And guess what? Like, hey, we're going back to Django. What happened at the beginning of the movie before Schultz walked up and freed Django from the little situation?
Bring it out.
He popped them dudes. They was walking around, shackled up, all of them connected by yokes of iron on their neck and chains. Read.
Until he have destroyed thee.
Until we were destroyed. So destroyed that we killing each other.
Right.
We know nothing. Right. We hate each other. We in the worst parts of the world. And the people that we put up as our leaders in our community, they teach us stuff like this. We destroyed, man. We destroyed. They put it in our mind so much to love everybody,
right,
so that you can never ever seek out any type of solution against the people that have hated you this entire time.
Right.
That's what they do to us, bro.
Bring it out.
We are destroyed as a people. That's why you still see crazy stuff going on even in the midst of these protests about Black Lives Mattering. You see what I'm saying? But then they make sure they put up all the pictures they can of the white cop hugging a big burly black dude. They trying to destroy you once again. But remember, the Lord sent them against us. So it ain't for us to go up and battle against them just yet.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? We're going to get that later when it's time when we in the kingdom and all that, right? But we got to get the solution. What do we do to build our communities? What do we do to come together to make it right within us? We got to get back to this Bible.
That's right.
You're going to see, man, I know you probably follow a lot on social media. Hey, when you start scrolling through those comments, you're going to see a lot of people asking the same question. You don't do social media? Okay, all praises. If you ever did though, and you follow some of that stuff on there that's talking about these rides, everybody asking, what's the solution? What do we do?
All right.
We got to get back to this Bible. First, we got to find out that it's about us. Because we ain't never going to follow nothing. Never. Unless we know it's either ours, it's about us, or somebody convinced you, showed you any of that. You know that. Because we stiff-necked and rebellious. That's what we out here to do. It's to show our people, you know this only happened to us. And the Bible said it happened to His chosen people. So if it only happened to us, and this said it happened to Israel, then who are we? We the who? No, we ain't no son babies. We the Israelites, yeah. We the chosen ones. We ain't no son babies, though. The son was put up there, you know what I'm saying, for them to worry about. That's got His purpose and whatnot. Right. But we ain't no son babies. You believe in Jesus Christ? Okay, all praise you. We ain't no son babies. Unless you meant like the son of God, like children of Him or something. Okay, all praises. Read.
Verse 49.
Go ahead and jump to 68 real quick. Watch this, brother.
Verse 68. And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again with ships.
We was going to go into bondage and slavery. Remember what happened to us in Egypt? We were serving with rigor. You can get that for me. Watch this. It says He was going to bring us in those conditions again, though, with ships like he just read. Like the slave ships you learned about in school. Now, why would you said that you don't think any of this was in the Bible? But the Bible just said that He was going to bring His chosen people into slavery with ships. Look at them ships, bro. Look at that right there. Did that happen to everybody? No, it didn't. Only to the so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans.
That's right.
That's it, bro. And the Bible says it would happen to His chosen people. Wow, read.
The book of Exodus, chapter 1, verse 13. And the Egyptians made the children of Israel to serve with rigor.
Serve with rigor. That's how we were serving the Egyptians. When we were in Egypt, we were serving with rigor. That's not just regular servitude.
Right.
Like maybe even receiving just a small payment or something. Nah, man, we was getting beat if we wasn't doing it right. We was getting killed if it came to that.
Right.
Barely getting fed, and when we was fed the scraps. And usually the scraps, like the slavery we went through over here, the scraps and the slop they fed us was unlawful to what we were supposed to be following in this book. It runs so deep, bro. Jump back. 2868.
Yes, sir.
Watch this, brother. And make sure you're really soaking it all in. You know what I'm saying? Because when you walked up, you said you didn't know your nationality, right? Right? And we showing you that the Bible says he got a chosen people called Israel. That's the nation that he dealing with. That's the nationality that he dealing with.
Teach, huh?
Now you also said when you came up, you might not know your nationality, but you know that everything that's happening right here on these images happened to our people.
Right.
Then we showed you that everything on these images is in this book.
Right.
That would happen to Israel, the nationality he dealing with. You see what I'm saying? Therefore, we just taught you that you are an Israelite.
That's right.
You see what I'm saying? Finish that up, bro.
The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28, verse 68. And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again.
Into slavery again, how?
With ships.
With ships. Read.
By the way whereof I spake unto thee.
Exactly how he said it was going to happen is exactly how it happened. Read.
Thou shalt see it no more again.
Motherland, our land, we wouldn't see it again because we over here in a place we know nothing about. Read.
And there
when you got there to that land off those ships. Read.
ye shall be sold.
Shall be what?
Sold.
Sold. Remember, what did they do to us in slavery? Amongst each other. Sold us.
Right.
I bet you know the Bible said that because they're not going to teach you that in the church. Read.
And ye shall be sold unto your enemies for bondmen.
For slave men you will be sold. Read.
And bond women.
Slave women. Read.
And no man shall buy you.
No man will be able to redeem you. When we had our Marcus Garvey and our Malcolm X and our Martin Luther King, they wasn't able to do much for us.
Right.
They didn't get us out of the condition. Certain things might have happened that may have changed a little bit, but they didn't get us out of the condition. You see what I'm saying? I say no man will be able to redeem us, brother.
We used to scream black power while heroin was pushed. But at the end of the day, nothing's in vain. IUIC has been given a vision. The tents of Judah has risen. Many has attempted the mission, minor murmuring, omitting, and missing the mark. Just reading that he had the flame of fire in his eyes gave us the spark. We on Paul's mission. We out on the road, purple and gold, from Mexico, Cuba, Haiti, Ghana, Sierra Leone. 144,000 boots banging, concrete crackling. These are our men repented at heart. The scriptures is proof. IUIC, we deliver the truth.